Hello everyone. In today's session, we'll be discussing the first chapter of part 1 of Business Studies class 12th. The name of the chapter is Nature and Significance of Management. It's very interesting chapter and we get to know a glimpse of the insights of the management, what is it all about. So let's go through the content of the chapter. First is the introduction. Second, we'll discuss the concept of management. Then various definitions of management will be discussed in this chapter. Characteristics of management, objectives of management, nature of management, levels of management, functions of management, and the last topic of this chapter is coordination, the essence of management. In today's class, we'll be discussing up till characteristics of management. Now, successful organizations do not achieve their goals by chance, but by following a deliberate process called management. अब जितनी भी successful organizations है, you take the example of Microsoft, take the example of Infosys, Tata, Reliance. See, they all are following the deliberate process of management, and that is why they are successful. Their success depends upon the backbone of their organization, which is nothing but the management. The management of such organizations are remarkable. They are managing the whole show in a brilliant manner. That is why these organizations are successful. Management is essential for all organizations, big or small, profit or non-profit, service or manufacturing. ऐसा नहीं है कि सिर्फ बिजनेस ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस में ही मैनेजमेंट की ज़रूरत होती है. आपके जो एनजीओज हैं, नॉन प्रॉफिट ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस हैं, उनमें भी मैनेजमेंट की ज़रूरत होती है. ऐसा नहीं है कि बिग ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस में मैनेजमेंट की ज़रूरत होती है. इवन स्मॉल ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस ऑल्सो नीड टू बी मैनेज्ड. ऐसा नहीं है कि सिर्फ सर्विस इंडस्ट्रीज में मैनेजमेंट की ज़रूरत होती है. मैन्युफैक्चरिंग ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस, द ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस हु आर इनटू द बिजनेस ऑफ मैन्युफैक्चरिंग प्रोडक्ट्स, उनमें भी मैनेजमेंट की ज़रूरत होती है. सो दैट मीन्स मैनेजमेंट इज़ ऑल परवेसिव. Management is necessary so that individuals make their best contribution towards the group objectives. हमें मैनेजमेंट की इसलिए ज़रूरत होती है ताकि all the individuals who are working in the organization, उन सबका contribution हम एक साथ unite करके should be contributed towards the group objective. Group objective means the overall organizational objective. Now see, management is required whether you need to manage the people, whether you want to organize a party, whether you want to organize your own work, or you want to organize or manage a team. So management is required everywhere. Let's come to the definitions which are given by various renowned authors. Management is the process of designing and maintaining an environment in which individuals working together in groups efficiently accomplish selected aims. This definition is given by Harold Kuhns. इसका मतलब क्या है बेटा? सबसे पहले क्या है? Management. It's not a name of a person, place or a thing. Rather, management is a process. अब इस process में हम क्या करते हैं? We design and create an environment. For whom? For the organization, जिसके अंदर individuals who are working together in group, they efficiently accomplish the selected aims, they efficiently accomplish the overall objective, the overall aims for which the organization is formed. The second definition is given by Robert L. Trevelyan. Management is defined as a process of planning, organizing, actuating, and controlling an organization's operation in order to achieve coordination of the human and material resources essential in the effective and efficient attainment of objectives. Again, to begin with, what is management? It's a process. और इस process में there are various functions which are to be performed in the process, and the functions are planning, we need to plan what we need to achieve. Organizing, we need to organize human and physical resources. Actuating means directing, that means whatever we have planned, we have to put all those plans into action. And controlling, controlling means overseeing the activities, whether we are achieving whatever we have planned or not. In an organization's operation, in order to achieve coordination. So what is the objective behind undertaking this whole process of management? That is, we should be able to achieve coordination of human and material resources. Because see, we need both human resources and material resources to carry out any business process. So unless and until both are being coordinated, we cannot achieve the organizational goals. And the process of coordinating both human and material resources is being done by management. And the ultimate objective is that the overall objective of the organization should be achieved effectively and efficiently. The third definition is given in your NCERT also by Keetner. It says management is the process of working with and through others. Again, it's a process. Now, what we are doing in management? We are working with and through others. हम लोगों के साथ काम करते हैं और लोगों से ही काम निकलवाते हैं to effectively achieve organizational objectives. किस लिए? ताकि हम effectively organizational objectives को achieve कर सकें by efficiently using limited resources. Efficiently means in a cost effective manner. हम जितने भी हमारे organization के पास limited resources हैं उनको efficiently use करके in the changing environment. So this definition is also very famous definition given by Keetner. Again, I'll repeat myself that management is the process of working with and through others to effectively achieve organizational objectives by efficiently using limited resources in the changing environment. See, we all know that business operates in a dynamic environment, and this business environment is ever changing. It's not static. Everything is happening either in the economic environment or in the legal environment or in the society. So that business environment is always, it keeps on changing, and business has to keep a pace with the environment in which it is working. Now, if we analyze all the definitions, we will conclude that management is an activity which is necessary wherever there is a group of people working in an organization. Management मुझे कहाँ चाहिए होगी? जहाँ पर भी there are more than two persons working in an organization, a group of two or more persons working in an organization. वैसे तो देखिए जहाँ पे there is one single person, ठीक है, we need not have to manage that person because he is alone in the organization, but that single person also needs to manage his own activities. अभी हमने पढ़ा था ना that management of your work, एक और aspect था management का, managing work. Let me go to that slide. This managing people, organize a party or organize a work. So that means if a single person is there, then he need to organize his work. But management basically is required whenever there are group of person. So we need somebody to manage the activities of the organization. People in organizations are performing diverse tasks, but they are all working towards the same goal. है ना? आप ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में देखते हो there are different departments, purchase department, production department, procurement department, sales department, marketing department. Each department is performing diverse tasks, but the ultimate objective is to increase the sales, increase the profit margin. So they all work towards achieving the same goal. And lastly, management aims at guiding their efforts towards achieving a common objective, that is a goal, that is the overall organizational goal. You can write this line as a concluding definition in all your answers also. that management has therefore been defined as a process of getting things done with the aim of achieving goals effectively and efficiently. Now, see, there are two words, effectively and efficiently, that are being used in the definitions in the previous slides and in the concluding definition also. These three words rather are being highlighted: process, effectively, and efficiently. Now let us learn what is the meaning of process in the definition. Process in the definition means the primary functions or activities that the management perform in getting the things done. And the primary functions performed by the management to get the things done are planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. And in your NCRT, this is chapter number 4, planning, chapter number 5, organizing, chapter number 6, staffing, 7, directing, and 8, controlling. We will discuss these functions of management in detail later on. Let's understand the meaning of effectiveness. Effectiveness in management is concerned with doing the right task, completing activities, and achieving the goals. That means it is concerned with the end result, that is doing the right task and completing the work on time. Effectiveness means doing the right task and completing all the activities or achieving the goals on time. Meaning of efficiency is cost effectiveness, means doing the task correctly but with minimum cost. There is a kind of cost benefit analysis involved and the relationship between input and output. See, let us begin with, let's say, see, the meaning of efficiency is less resources, more output. That means, see, if you are using less resources and producing more output, that means you are cost effective, that means you are efficient. Or you are using same resources and producing more output, that also means that you are cost effective and you are efficient, because both these, usage of less resources or same resources and producing more output, will result into reduction of cost. When cost is reduced, profits will get higher. Higher profits is going to result into efficient use of resources. So that is why efficiency means that you are doing the right task but with minimum cost. Hope the difference between effectiveness and efficiency is clear to all of you. Now, efficiency and effectiveness are two sides of the same coin. These are the two aspects that need to be balanced, and management at times has to compromise with efficiency. Reason being that it is easier to be effective and ignore efficiency. Let's take an example. Suppose you have to make a delivery just after 2 days, but you have a power failure. And because of that power failure, you are unable to work in the morning hours. So obviously you have to ask your workers to come for the second shift in the night also. So when the worker is going to work for double shift, day and night, so your wage bill will increase. That means you are going to ignore efficiency. Why? Because you may want to give the delivery on time. So that is why whenever there is a tug of war between effectiveness and efficiency, it is better to be effective and ignore efficiency. You can compromise on your profit margin, but if you are going to compromise on the deadlines, then you may lose business opportunities in future. So again, I'll repeat myself, it is always better to be effective and ignore efficiency. Now let's come to the next topic of the chapter, that is characteristics of management. Now to begin with, characteristics of management, the first characteristics is that management is goal oriented process. See, in all the definitions we have seen that whatever management is planning, whatever they are uh, organizing, directing or controlling all the functions of the management are being directed towards achieving the group goals. Then management is pervasive. Pervasive means it is present everywhere, in all the levels, in all the types of organization, be it be top level, middle level, lower level, be it be a profit making entity or a non-profit making entity, a big entity or a small organization. Management is required everywhere, so that is why management is pervasive. The third characteristics of management is it is multi-dimensional. See, we have just learned that we require management to manage the people, to manage various operations. Management is also required to manage the work or the task assigned. So that is why it is being said that management is multi-dimensional. Management is a continuous process. As long as the organization is there, it's a continuous process till the life of the organization. Management is also going to stay over there. Then next characteristic of management is that it's a group activity. Next is that it's a dynamic function. The management, it's a dynamic function, it's not a static function, because the business environment keeps on changing. So in order to incorporate all the changes which is taking place in the external environment of the business, the management has to perform the dynamic function. जैसे immediately external environment में change होता है, हमें अपने business को भी उसके हिसाब से adapt कराना होता है, and this function is being performed by the management. And last characteristic of management is that it's a intangible force. Intangible means we can feel its presence. We can feel the presence of the management. And how can we feel? Suppose there is orderliness, the people are happy, the employees who are working in the organization, they are satisfied and contented. That means it's a very well managed firm, very well managed organization. But if the people are not happy, there is a lot of confusion that who has to do what type of work. Fine. So that means it's not a well managed organization. So it's an intangible force, means you cannot see the management, but yes, you can feel its presence when you see that the employees who are working in the organization are contented, workflow is very smooth, there is no chaos, no confusion. So that's an intangible force. Now let's take up, this was a mind map of characteristics of management. Let's take up all these characteristics of management one by one with detailed explanation. Management is goal-oriented process. Now goals should be simple and clearly stated. Different organizations have different goals, and the work of management is to unite the effort of different individuals who are working in different departments in an organization and achieve the group goals, and all the effort should be directed towards achieving the overall organizational goal. The second characteristic of management is all pervasive. A petrol pump needs to be managed as much as a hospital or a school. That is what we were discussing, कि ज़रूरी नहीं है कि सिर्फ एक हॉस्पिटल को मैनेज करना है या स्कूल को मैनेज करना है, एक पेट्रोल पंप को भी वैसे ही मैनेज करना है जैसे किसी और ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को मैनेज करना है. The second statement, what managers do in India, the USA, Germany or Japan is the same. यानी कि the managers in all the countries are doing the same, that is managing the activities of the organization, and the ultimate objective is to achieve the organizational objectives. How they do it may be quite different, but management is all pervasive, that is required in every organization. The third characteristic of management is multidimensional. Management is a complex process. It involves management of work, management of people, and management of operations. Now, managing people has two dimensions. It implies dealing with employees as individuals with diverse needs and behavior, and it also means dealing with individuals as a group of people. क्या मतलब हुआ कि management of people, जब हम we want to manage the people, it has two dimensions. पहला, it implies dealing with employees as individuals with diverse needs and behavior. Now see, people who are coming to work in an organization, they are coming from different backgrounds, they are coming from different culture, they all have different education qualification. So the work of the management is that we have to bring together all those people who are coming from different backgrounds under one roof, and we want to get the work done from them. Second is, it also means dealing with individuals as a group of people. पहला हमने बोला कि एम्प्लॉयज को एज एन इंडिविजुअल डील करना है, जिनकी डाइवर्स नीड्स है, डाइवर्स बैकग्राउंड से आ रहे हैं, उनका डाइवर्स बिहेवियर है. और सेकंड, जब हम बात करते हैं मैनेजमेंट ऑफ पीपल की, तो सेकंड डायमेंशन में we are talking about that it means we're dealing with individuals, and we have to unite, the management has to unite together the work done by the individual as a group, that means उनका जो इंडिविजुअल एफर्ट है उनको ग्रुप एफर्ट में कन्वर्ट करके कंट्रीब्यूट करना है टुवर्ड्स द अचीविंग ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल ऑब्जेक्टिव्स. आई होप दिस पॉइंट इज क्लियर टू ऑल ऑफ यू. Now the fourth characteristic of management is a continuous process. Now we had already seen that this process of management consists of 5 functions, that is planning, organizing, staffing, directing and controlling. And as long as the organization survives, these 5 functions of management are being performed continuously by the management. So that is why it's one of the characteristics of the management that it's a continuous process. Management is a group activity. An organization is a collection of diverse individuals with different needs. So the work of management is to coordinate the individual effort in a common direction. That is, teamwork and coordination of individual effort in a common direction is what is required from the management. Because the people who are individuals who are working in an organization, they are coming from different backgrounds, उनकी अपनी different needs होती है, और मैनेजमेंट का रोल ये होता है कि उनका जो भी काम है, इंडिविजुअल कंट्रीब्यूशन जितना है, इंडिविजुअल जितना भी वो ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल ऑब्जेक्टिव को अचीव करने में कंट्रीब्यूट कर रहे हैं, तो सबके एफर्ट को यूनाइट करके चैनलाइज करना है टुवर्ड्स अचीविंग कॉमन ऑब्जेक्टिव. Management is a dynamic function. An organization interacts with its external environment, which consists of various elements like your social factors, economic factors, and political factors. Now, there is a very important and very interesting case study about McDonald's. See, McDonald's, the fast food giant, made major changes in its menu to be able to survive in the Indian market. McDonald's is a very successful food giant in European countries, but when it came to India, it was a total failure. Reason being that the Indian people are fond of spices. So when they introduced burgers, fine, they were tasteless. People didn't like that. And ऐसा हो गया था that McDonald's was about to wrap up from India. इंडिया में उनकी कोई मार्केट एस्टैब्लिश नहीं हुई थी, but suddenly the management thought of making major changes in its menu. And yes, you can very well see that McDonald's till today, it's a fast food giant in Indian market too. The last characteristic of management is that it's an intangible force. The effect of management is noticeable in an organization where targets are met according to plans. आपने जो प्लान किया था, आपने टारगेट को टाइमली मीट कर लिया. Yes, there is presence of management. Employees are happy and satisfied. That means there is good management. And there is orderliness instead of chaos. So that means there is a presence of good management. So let's conclude it with the help of a mind map, a comprehensive mind map, which includes the keywords which should be there in your answers. To begin with, the first characteristic was goal-oriented process. Now goals should be simple and clearly stated. measurable and attainable. Pervasive means present. Management is pervasive means that management should be present in all the types of organization, in all the levels of organization. Third characteristic, it is multidimensional, means management of operations, management of people, and management of work. Fourth characteristic is it's a continuous process. Continuous process means that these five functions of management is being performed by the management till the life of the organization, that is planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. Management is a group activity, teamwork, and coordination of individual efforts. Management is a dynamic function, means it interacts with the external environment and brings about the changes in the organization so that it can survive in with the external, whatever the changes are being taking place in the external environment. And lastly, management is an intangible force, और वो हमें कैसे दिखता है? If there is orderliness, targets are met on time, and employees are happy, that means there is presence of management in the organization. I hope that all the points are being clear to all of you. I hope all of you must have enjoyed the session and have learned the various characteristics of management, the concept of management, the various definitions of management. If you have any query, you can post the comment and ask your query. Thank you all. Thank you very much.